Good morning guys, welcome back to S.st.classes. So in the last video we were discussing about climate, weather, difference between climate and weather, along with that different basic elements of climate, and we also discussed about the climatic controllers, means the different kind of elements which generally control the climate of a particular place. So in this way we discuss about the different elements of the natural environment of a particular place. Now here we are going to discuss about the climate of India, which is a monsoon type of climate. So what do we actually mean by monsoon type of climate, or what this word monsoon define? We are going to discuss. So the point is Indian monsoon. So in India we are having different seasons. Means we can say that in the Indian subcontinent we find change in wind direction along with change in season. Means we find seasonal reversal in wind direction according to the different seasons, and this kind of seasonal reversal is called as monsoon. So what do we actually mean by this word monsoon? Is seasonal change or reversal in wind direction, in wind direction. Is that clear guys? So monsoon means the seasonal change or seasonal reversal in the wind direction, means along with the change of the season the direction of the wind also change in India, and this kind of characteristic of the Indian climate, or we can say that this kind of characteristic present in Indian subcontinent is referred as monsoon. So in this way the Indian climate is referred as monsoon type of climate. This kind of seasonal reversal was experienced by the different kind of travelers visited India, and the Arabian travelers used to visit India in the ancient time, and they used to come in India with the help of the blow of the wind. Means they were helped by the blow of the wind, and in this way when they used to go back at that time also they were generally sailed by the blow of the wind. Means they were helped by the blow of the wind in sailing, and in this way the change in the direction of wind according to the change in months was referred as monsoon by the Arabians. So the monsoon word derived in India from Arabic, and in this way the seasonal change in wind direction present in India or exist in India was referred as monsoon by the Arabians. Now which kind of things generally related with this seasonal change of wind direction, means which kind of major elements related with this change in seasonal wind direction, means how with the change of the season wind direction change, and which kind of major factors responsible for that. So the first factor responsible for this change in wind direction is differential in heating and cooling of land and water. Means we can say that along with change in season, the heating and cooling of the land and water is also changed. Mean to say that when the direction of the sun ray changes, with the change of that direction, the heating and cooling of the land and water also change. Means along with the change in the season, sometimes the due to increasing heat, the temperature of the particular place, particular land will increase, and in this way it will create low pressure zone in that particular place. On the other hand, the water generally receive low temperature in comparison of the land area, and this way experience high pressure. So the differential in heating and cooling of land and water is also a responsible factor for this seasonal changes. We can say that the first and very most factor related with seasonal change in wind direction is the differential in heating and cooling of land and water. What I mean to say that is, at the time of May, June, generally we experience high temperature in the land part, means in this part. On the other hand, this part, means the Indian Ocean, receive comparatively low temperature. So because of high temperature in this region, we will find low pressure, and on the other hand, in the water, means in the Indian Ocean, we have high pressure. So in this way, the direction of the wind will be from sea to land, means from high pressure zone to low pressure zone. So in this way, the differential in heating and cooling of land and water is a responsible factor for seasonal change in wind direction. Is that clear, guys? What I mean to say? Means at the time of June and July, or we can say that at the time of summer season, the land part receives high temperature. On the other hand, the water part, means the Indian Ocean, receive low temperature. Means because of the low temperature in the water, means in the Indian Ocean, in this part we find high pressure. On the other hand, in the land part of the country we find low pressure. So the differential in heating and cooling is a responsible factor for the seasonal change in wind direction. Now the next major factor related with this seasonal change in wind direction is shifting of intertropical convergence zone. Shifting of intertropical convergence zone over Ganga plains. So the other responsible factor for change in wind direction or change in seasonal wind direction is shifting of intertropical convergence zone. Mean to say that ITCZ, intertropical convergence zone over the Ganga plains. Now the point is, what do we actually mean by intertropical convergence zone? Means what is this? Guys, intertropical convergence zone is generally a low pressure trough present 5 degrees north of the equator throughout the year, but this zone shift over the Ganga plains during the summer season, and this way become a responsible factor for the seasonal change in wind direction. Now along with that, the next responsible factor for the change in wind direction is intense hitting of Tibetan Plateau. Means during the summer season, the temperature in the Tibetan Plateau intensely increase, and this increase in temperature result in generation of air currents, and along with that, this intense hitting of the Tibetan Plateau create a high pressure zone in the plateau region 9 kilometers above the sea level. 9 kilometers above the sea level. So in this way, the another responsible factor is intense hitting of Tibetan Plateau. Mean to say that at the time of summer season, the Tibetan Plateau receive intense heat, and in which result in generation of air currents. Means vertical air currents are generated due to the intense heating of Tibetan Plateau, and in this way, nearby 9 kilometers above the sea level, high pressure zone is created, and which is also a responsible factor for seasonal change in the wind direction. Now, along with all these factors, shifting of temperature and pressure zone is also responsible for seasonal change in wind direction. And here I am going to explain you how it affects the seasonal change in wind direction. Is that clear, guys? Okay. Now the point is the change in pressure zones. Mean to say that generally the Eastern Indian Ocean receive comparatively low pressure. Comparatively low pressure than Eastern Pacific Ocean. What I mean to say that is the change in pressure position or temperature zone is also a responsible factor to create a change in the seasonal wind direction. At the time of summer season, generally the Eastern Indian Ocean receive a low pressure. On the other hand, in the southeastern Pacific Ocean receive high pressure, and in this way the wind direction remains from the Pacific Ocean towards the Indian Ocean, and in this way this factor become a responsible point for creating seasonal change in the wind direction. Is that clear, guys? So the Eastern Pacific Ocean receive high temperature in comparison of the Eastern Indian Ocean, and in this way the wind direction will remain from the Pacific Ocean towards the Indian Ocean, which will become a responsible factor for monsoon in India or for seasonal change in wind direction in India. But sometime means we can say that after 2 to 5 years Generally, this pressure zone temporarily changed. Mean to say that after 2 to 5 years, the Eastern Pacific Ocean receive low pressure. Means we can say that after a periodic change of 2 and 5 years, generally the Eastern Pacific Ocean receive comparatively low pressure in comparison of the Eastern Indian Ocean, and in this way the wind direction will be comparatively reverse, and this thing is called as Southern Oscillation, or in short we can say that SO. So what do we actually mean by SO? Guys, as we discussed that Eastern Indian Ocean receive low pressure and the Eastern Pacific Ocean receive high pressure. But sometime as a periodic change of after 2 and 5 years, the Eastern Pacific Ocean receive low pressure in comparison of the Eastern Indian Ocean, and in this way it will create a complete reversal of the previous situation, and this kind of situation is known as Southern Oscillation. And the difference between the pressure zone is generally calculated for calculating or for predicating the monsoon. Means we can say that if the difference between the pressure, means if the difference between the pressure of Eastern Indian Ocean and the Eastern Pacific Ocean is negative, it will result in late monsoon in India. And one major impact or major thing related with the Southern Oscillation is El Nino. So what do we actually mean by El Nino? Guys, El Nino is a temporary situation, or we can say that this is a temporary climatic condition where hot winds or hot oceanic currents blow on the Peruvian coast at the place of general cold Peruvian winds, and in this way it will create a reversal in the wind direction, and this El Nino become a responsible factor for undulating monsoon situation in India. El Nino is a Spanish word. El Nino is a Spanish word which actually mean as the child. So El Nino is a Spanish word. El Nino is a Spanish word which actually mean or literal mean is the child, or generally it is referred as baby Christ, because the situation of El Nino generally created at the time of Christmas. Means we can say that the blow of hot wind or oceanic currents at the place of cold Peruvian winds start from Christmas. So in this way El Nino is generally referred as baby Christ, which is Spanish word. Means El Nino is a Spanish word which literally mean is the child or a child, or generally El Nino is referred as baby Christ because this situation of El Nino generally created at the time of Christmas. So we can say that this blow of El Nino generally start from Christmas. Is that clear, guys? In this way this El Nino in fact is a responsible factor for creating late monsoon or unequal rainfall distribution in India. This El Nino along with Southern Oscillation collectively referred as ENSO. El Nino Southern oscillation. So in this way, El Nino is generally a climatic feature related to create unequal distribution or late monsoon in India. Means we can say that El Nino is a climatic condition, or we can say that a temporary climatic phenomena which related with the blow of hot winds at the coast of Perugia in the place of cold Peruvian winds, which is a responsible factor for change in the general pressure situation, which result in unequal or late monsoon in India. Is that clear, guys? So in this way, in this video, we discuss about Indian monsoon. Means India is having a monsoon type of climate, or we can say that the Indian climate is referred as monsoon type of climate because in India, along with change in season, we find change in wind direction also, and this wind direction is referred as monsoon. Monsoon, which derived from Arabic word mousim, which literal mean is change in wind direction. After this video, in the next, we will discuss about the different kind of seasons in India along with onset and retreat of monsoon in India. So guys, I hope all the things explained by me will be clear in your mind. If there will be any doubt while watching this video in your mind, you can write me in the comment box. I will definitely help you to resolve all your doubts. Till then, stay at your home and be safe. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Jai Hind.